that will be heard this evening in the order listed on the agenda. Please be reminded that our committee's main purpose is to review items for appropriateness and setting, and it's the responsibility of the applicant to comply with the regulations of other town boards and departments, including building, conservation, engineering, health, zoning, and the sign inspection. You should know that there is a 10 calendar day appeal period starting once the decision is filed with the town clerk. Any person aggrieved by our decision tonight can appeal to the Regional Commission of the Old Kings Highway. Our office administrator will be happy to answer any questions you may have with regard to that process. So the first item on the agenda tonight is concerned with the installation of 7.2 kilowatts solar panels on a roof at a house at 100 Mayflower Terrace. There'll be a total of 18 solar panels. John Bayless is the owner, and Trinity Solar, namely Bruce Joyner, is the agent, Junior, Bruce Jr. Are either of them here?
With the owners.
You could come up and use the table with the microphone. You know if the agent will be joining us?
Of course, I certainly expect him to, because
Bruce
he's got
Jr.
all the details.
Okay.
See,
We have a pile of details too, which he forwarded to us with a description of the type of solar panels.
yeah,
Is he on Zoom?
Yeah, he's on Zoom.
He's on Zoom.
Jason
Oh, he is.
Patry.
Here's Junior.
okay.
Bruce, speak up, Bruce.
No, Jason.
He might have to
Patrick.
unmute himself.
Jason Patrick. Oh, is that a different person with listed?
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We'll give him a minute to catch up here.
Mm. Zoom host to all panelists. Jason, please accept. Is it virtual?
I guess he's coming in on the wire there.
Oh,
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. I'm waiting for him to accept the invite. I was letting him in.
there he is. Still muted.
Different one, Jason.
Yeah, Jason apparently.
Okay, I think we might be there.
Good. Okay, we can hear you, Jason.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I apologize. I thought this was just a ordinary standard Zoom meeting.
Right. It's a little different, more complicated being. Jason, maybe you can tell us a little about this system. I know it's got 18 solar panels and they're what, 400 watt units?
I believe there's a 400 watt models.
The orientation on the house is quite favorable. It's in the sense that the rear of the house points almost solar south, and which is not too many houses around that can claim that.
Correct. Yeah, it was like it was built for it.
Right. And except for the pitch, which is you probably know better than I do. I would guess about 10 degrees.
You're right. Yeah, we're right in that margin there. Yeah.
Because it's a fairly flat roof, but nevertheless, it gets good exposure.
Oh, absolutely. Even with that minor tilt there, makes a lot of difference. Being that with the collectors they've come a long way with the technology. They don't have to have that optimal angle and still put out large proportion of their potential.
So, as you go through all this information on this, my committee members, do you have any questions?
I just have a question on the language in the application. To install solar panels on roof will not exceed roof panel. Is that a typo?
Yes, it should say roof plane.
Okay.
Yeah, the plane of the roof.
It's close.
I had called the number that was given here as a contact, and I got a woman, I forget her name now, in New Jersey. So I guess
Okay,
Trinity Solar must have a headquarters in there or something.
correct.
My question was what the annual power would be in kilowatt hours per year.
I think he has that on here.
Yeah, you have that listed there. It's about 9,000 kilowatt hours.
Right. I was wondering how you got that, because I would never have been able to calculate that much for Cape Cod.
Um,
Do you guys use PV Watts, or which software program do you guys use?
I want to say that they model it several different ways. Why and when, they'll use whichever numbers, whatever testing conditions, what have you. It's definitely out of my wheelhouse. I could, request answers for you if you have specific questions like that one, but outside of that, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I thought they might have used the New Jersey latitude.
They might have.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, no, certainly not. They use state-of-the-art LiDAR imagery.
Because I calculated about 8,153.
Yeah, I could certainly, get some clarification for you. We have a team of folks who, go through the design, the contracting, the permitting application process, the whole 9 yards. We've got, basically a different department for each of the items I mentioned. A lot of volume. So, mine is really just my focus is with respect to the building permit, any structural and attachments, that sort of thing. Electrical is obviously, we got the licensed electrician in-house for that end.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, you might check it just so that the buyer may expect a lot more than they will get. And so it'd be nice to approximate it a little closer.
well, I certainly agree. Of course, in this case, as the contract illustrates, that it's actually a bank-owned system. Obviously, they're not in the habit of losing money, so I'm sure that they're satisfied with whatever methods
Right.
the team has used.
Right, yeah, I understand that. And we're satisfied from the point of view that they're doing their job and they're kind of out of sight. And so we had gotten one call from an abutter, and they wanted to know where the solar panels were going to go. And when we told them they were facing the water on the backside of the house, they we're happy. And
Certainly, sure. And of course, it's all black panels. They blend in pretty good.
Right. Any other questions for Jason?
Could you say who you got the call from?
Neighbor?
Oh, no, it's not relevant, really.
Curious.
No.
I move to approve. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. So
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
start getting to work on that.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, everyone. Thanks for your time, and I hope you all have a good night.
I have one thing, sir.
I'm here.
We have a procedure where you, it's a statement of understanding that we understand this is the way you're going to do it, the job. And if you're going to make changes in it, we'd like to know. And so
Oh, absolutely.
this is just a statement which
Want a signature?
Yeah.
the owner would sign and I sign it. Here, sign it, yeah. Good, thank you very much. Good.
Thank you.
Good night.
Welcome. Good night. Good night.
Thank you again, Jason.
All righty. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Now, we need to sign off on this ourselves. Too far here. Give you one piece.
Okay.
The next item is to install new windows, new trim, reside the house and new chimney at 34 Weir Road. Nathan and Elizabeth Jenkins are the owners. We have Nathan.
Hi, I'm Nathan, and owner and resident, so.
You put the extension on your house, what, about 10 years ago?
How long ago?
10 or 15 years?
It was 2016 or 17.
Oh, no, it's only like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, so that's part of the what you're seeing in the photos is the front of the house. It went from single story to
Right.
2, and there's a odd little window that kind of sticks out. So we wanted to center that and do a kind of a traditional bay style.
You install the wood burning stove?
Yeah, we'd like to. Just want to know if, how complicated or not the permitting would be for the backside of the home.
You replacing all the windows?
Just that one on the first floor on the left side.
Bay window, right?
What's that?
It'll become a bay window.
Yeah, we want to do on the sides at a 45-degree, do 2 double hung windows, and then the center would be 2 casement windows.
And the copper roof would be over the new bay window?
Yeah,
Is
just
that
over
right?
those 4
Mhm.
windows.
Yeah.
It's a custom cap. And then underneath, kind of the traditional panels going around the bay.
Right.
Trim detail, all in white. Then the siding is just to fill in around the windows. It's not re-siding anything.
Uh-huh. The chimney is in the back, shown here.
Yeah, that's just to show the placement. It's not a very detailed SketchUp, but
Right.
that's we went backwards with the addition. So that's a dining room. So it'd be the back corner. We saved a spot in that corner for a wood stove.
Normally, if it were showing more of the visible, we would ask that it be enclosed,
Right.
because this is going to be a long piece of stainless steel and shiny to be. And so if it had a chimney chase around it,
Like a wooden
wooden structure
with cedar.
enclosing it, it would look a lot better. Being on the back of the house,
Yeah, from on the front of the house, if you're south of the home and looking at an angle, you can, I think that's the only place you can see it from a public
you're right,
way.
right, yeah, it wouldn't be very visible.
The existing chimney, is that functional?
Yeah, just for the boiler.
What, gas or oil heat?
Oil.
Do the existing windows have grills?
No. No, we bought the home in early 2010, and those they had all Anderson 400s with no grills.
But the new windows will have grills as
Yeah.
illustrated?
Yeah, they are 2x4 grills. There's a brochure there
Yeah,
with
the
the
front is very sh-
gel
picture
blend.
shows it. They look pretty good.
They're wood with aluminum cladding.
Yeah, and the grills are in between the glass.
Yeah.
It'll dress the house up,
Yeah, I think it will. It'll
look more Cape Cod.
tie in the new and the old to the house. Yeah. The house was originally from 1954. The addition is, I think, blends in well with the existing.
So the photograph that you provided is from some other place, obviously.
Mm.
That's what I showed
Proportions
you.
are a little different, but basically, we're looking at a very similar
Yeah, that's just an example.
This is,
bay window.
yeah, this is an engineer's description as opposed to the real thing.
Yeah, that's not of the home. There's two. There's one to show the copper and one to show the trim.
Mhm.
I'd like to do there.
I think the scale of what you're proposing works nicely with the gable end profile of that section of the house.
Yeah, it's a big wall with
Mhm.
not much happening.
Mhm.
think it would, yeah, like you said, dress up the front of the house a lot.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Myself, aye.
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 Thank you.
So Nathan, if you would come up and sign off on this. Today is the 24th. Fine.
Dress it up nicely.
Yeah. Nice spring party.
Right. Good. Stuff good. All set. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you to Lisa. Is Lisa? Oh, hey, thanks for getting that. on.
Yeah, no problem, Nathan.
Have a Good evening.
You too.
You may have remembered, Bob, when they came in to grow the house upward.
Depends on the year. If
around the
15, it might not have been me. I think I came on early in 16, if I remember correctly.
Maybe just before.
It might have been just before me. Yeah.
The next item is again concerned with installation of rooftop solar panels at 42 Gordon Lane. The owner is Judy Freitas, and Sunrun Installation Services is the agent. That must be Stephen Kelly.
Steve Kelly is on for Sunrun.
Sunrun.
Yep.
Great.
Good evening.
There he is.
Okay, good. We hear you. Oh. So, 14 solar panels. Let's see, and Wood Lane runs pretty much north and south. So the ridge line is also sort of north and south.
Richard, might I ask a question?
Sure.
Madam Chair? Hi, this would be to Stephen, and to you, I suppose. So you're going to replace the roof before you put on the solar panels, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And, is that gonna be done through Sunrun?
Correct.
Okay. Who will own this system, in the end? You know, Judy? Stephen, who will own the system?
I believe it's a power purchase agreement, so Sunrun will be owning the system.
Okay, and then how will that work with the roof replacement? That's a separate contract, I would guess?
That's a separate contract. We wanted to include it in with the Old Kings Highway application because we know you're concerned about the roofs. We have a couple colors projected right now, I believe, charcoal and pewter gray and timberline,
You know,
architectural style.
these colors would be good. The line versions, yeah,
And of course, the black on black panels.
right. Yep. Does that show up on the spec sheet? Color, I don't remember.
I
What's
did-
that, Richard?
They have gray/black.
Yeah, there should be a spec sheet there with the, as part of an email. I believe it was submitted.
Yeah, it designated gray/black. And you just gave the names of the manufacturer for the charcoal is almost black. And that gray is also dark. So that's what I said, either one of them would work with these panels, I would think.
Oh, I see.
Are there any abutters present?
No, just
Are
Jim.
there any concerns about efficiency with the two solar experts here?
No, the
orientation?
this one
This one's a little more realistic.
is 4,861 kilowatt hours per year. And that's a realistic number.
Mhm.
So I didn't have any problem with that. And the next one, the efficiency is even lower because the angle is further off of south. So, but it also doesn't really bother us. The number they gave looks realistic.
Plus, it's gonna be owned by the company Sunrun.
We've signed two.
So they have, like in the other case with the bank ownership,
Third, so.
they're the ones who are taking the gamble
Right,
on production.
good. Any other questions for Steve?
I have none.
We have a motion?
I'll move to approve. I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Good. Okay. So they can fill this out another time.
Yes, I didn't realize the meetings were open to the public again. I saw the Zoom and I figured that was what was happening, but I'll be down there in the next one.
Okay.
In this case, because they own the solar system, do they sign? Or does the homeowner sign?
The homeowner could sign it.
Okay.
It's just saying that you're going to do it the way it's planned here. And so that's fine, and you do it. That sheet for you. Where'd it go? There it is. Good. I'll fill the date in afterwards. Good luck with it then. Hope it all works well for you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, you too.
The next item is also a sunrun installation. It's to install rooftop solar panels at 70 Old Hyannis Road. AJ Roy is the owner, and Sunrun Installation Services is the agent. So I assume we have Steve again. Yes, we do.
I hope my audio is okay.
Yes, yes.
Similar situation, except you're not replacing the roof.
The newer home,
It's a new home, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's only built about a year or two ago.
Mhm.
So this one is also in the back of the house.
Mhm.
It's a particularly elegant neighborhood with magnificent new homes.
Yeah.
So I'm gratified to know that these aren't going to be visible, although I guess I was thinking on the way here, if they were, we could consider possibly allowing the residents to decide the same way we did with Sister Circle.
You know, this is so wooded around.
No, that's fine. That's just an observation on my part.
Land goes up in the back and
A good one.
Some towns, or I guess one town, is it Brewster, that has exempted
Dennis.
area, is Dennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, we aren't there yet, but we're probably slowly moving in that direction. And I think Old Hyannis Road would certainly qualify. It's off the beaten track. It's a dead end road. Houses are magnificent. I move to approve.
I'll second.
okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Stephen, I just wanted to make one comment. I have to say on both of these applications, your photographs of the different angles were extremely helpful. So that was a good job on that.
Yes, we have one of our admins from, well, she's a permit specialist supervisor, is training our Taunton branch. So hopefully they'll continue in that same fashion. I'm sure they will. And I'll pass that along. Thank you.
The next item is concerned with installing 5 replacement windows at 30 Old Salt Lane. David Henry is the owner and Window World of Boston is the agent. So I wonder if they're going to be online.
Dave Henry is.
Yeah, he called me today and was gonna be online.
Okay, good. Good, okay. Dave, are you muted? Appears you are, I can see it.
He's muted now.
Good, you're unmuted now.
Okay, hi.
Good. We can hear you, thanks. So this is basically a like for like.
Mhm.
Was there some catch here, if I remember, that you had a different manufacturer on part of the house?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I wondered if the brand that you're using on these 5 windows is different from the one you used a while back on some other windows.
This is our first time replacing the windows. So we moved in 5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
When was the house built?
I think it was
89, I want to say.
1989.
Thank you.
Well, if this is essentially like for like, I don't know why it wasn't exempted, but I move to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, unanimous. Good.
Thank you.
Dave,
You're welcome.
I'll fill out a sheet, and if you're in the neighborhood, stop at the office. This is a statement of understanding that you're going to do it this way. If you're going to make any changes in your plans, then let us know.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome. Thank you.
The next item is concerned with replacing 2 signs at 927 Route 6A. The owner there is Michael Schlott, And Matthew Anderson is the agent, and I assume we have Matthew for this tonight.
Yes.
Matthew Anderson, you have to unmute him. Good.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So these are rather plain signs, like black and white.
Yes, so we're just we're looking to basically reface the larger sized sign. Same colors, painted black, black and white. There'll be carved signs, double-sided. And then the smaller of the two is just going to be pretty much the exact same as the existing sign, but the font has changed.
Okay.
And then I think I know the existing sign, the arrow on the sign is detached, and now we have attached the arrow to the sign due to the town's request.
So the larger sign is essentially the same as what it currently exists.
It is the same, but the compass is added.
Okay. I move to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
So the sign inspector will be happy to get this out of the way too. Good. Okay. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night.
If you're down near the office, you can stop and see Lisa and sign off on this understanding that you're going to go with this design. And that if you can make a change to it, let us know. So you don't drive down the street and suddenly we see a green sign. Okay,
I promise you that won't happen.
thank you.
Thank you.
But green might not be bad.
Kelly Green.
I don't like
Bright
the
color
big
green.
surprises though.
I
I'd like to know
understand.
the
I
red.
just a little, banter, that's all.
We've seen some signs that are very fancy and the change of color would really house things up. Well, to be finished at a little after 8 o'clock is some kind of a record, I think.
No, we're not going to get paid this week. Oh,
Wait a minute.
This is a paying job? Who's been hiding this information from me?
So.
I was afraid
okay.
you'd say that though, too. It's unusual.
It is, and each of the items was fairly straightforward. So that we ended up with not having to dig out more information and so on. So,
And I think Cindy's point was a good one, that the photographs that were taken by the Sunrun
you did a
group
good job.
were much, were
Clearer.
very realistic.
Yeah, they were really helpful, I thought.
Yeah.
Just really visualize what it would
Mhm.
look like.
Right.
It's a big help. Good. Okay, so is there anything else we need to discuss? Lisa, do you have anything on your private agenda?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah, I think I am working on minutes. There's been a huge backlog of minutes that were never taken, so I'm trying to clean that up. So you may get a whole bunch of minutes to approve at some point. So just be prepared, and that's why I'm having to rewatch the meetings and take the minutes.
Oh,
So,
geez.
yeah, so more to come on that.
okay, good.
Yeah.
She is gonna get paid.
So
Yeah.
just a heads up on that one.
That's tough.
The next meeting is February 14th.
I will not be here.
You have a hot date that night?
I'm hot date down in Florida. Hopefully. Hope springs eternal.
Yeah, new mobile. Good.
Oh, good.
If you want to go there sometime.
Absolutely.
Well,
So I
I'm
think we
poised, I'm
can,
poised. I'm ready.
You have to make a move.
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Good meeting. Thank you, Lisa.
What works for you?
Thursday works. Or next week.
Thursday's
Thanks, Ben.
perfect.